Reaction Podcast.
Most interviews was read back when Nas and Primo announced this collab album. In a January edition of Scratch Magazine in 2006, now 19 later, we get Light Years. Let's get into the reaction, man. Let's get into the reaction. Let's give these brothers a round of applause before we even start, though, most definitely. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to your boy podcast, man. Hit the like button on the walk-in. Hit the hype button to help us trigger the algorithm. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. This is the best reaction show on YouTube. Track 1, My Life is Real, Nas and Premier.
What a life. It's true that they underestimate you. My life is real. So I'm frontin' on them every chance I get, to be honest. Wavy hair, mystique, up in this bitch deep. Chain with some sick feet, corner of 10th Street. Scoop me in an MPV, I'm holding big heat. Soloist, vocalist, maestro, this fish grease. Rest in peace, Polo, he see us, I was just with G. Just like Ryan E, me and Preem, this history. Young ones, abuelas, Jesus candles, bodegas. Always playing some gangsta, who is there, they gon' say nah. Look at us now, De La Mar, Rick, Ghost and Rick. Big up Big L, Prodigy, True Goy, they live. Martyrs, if you will, a legend has a cartel. I'm on jets with giants, I'm Bill Parcell. PTSD, project trauma still dwells. Happiness gotta be in you, money can't help. So salute to the men that never hit the pin black. We got to the bread and still live to spin that. What a life, I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords on my haunted piano. I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords. Already classic before you heard it. The spoiler was on my feature verses. I lined it up kinda perfect and then I hurled it. Rhymes in my mind's like pearls and oysters. Boss of bosses, Morpheus on my bullshit. The illest style right here. Till I got white hair, getting foul type stares. We ahead light years. We come out, the shift starts. So let the fifth spark. Turn the light switch off. Drive a block, switch cars. Toss a face mask and gloves. Damn, I just caught a buzz. Pulled another hit on the beat. Guess who the victim was? Guess who get reconfigured? The whole industry does. Premier, you my nigga, because we became the men our mothers prayed for. Maybe even exceeded their expectations, or maybe they always knew. Why tying up our baby shoes? What was waiting that brood and the souls of a chosen few? This ain't just talk, it's true. What a life. I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords on my haunted piano. I'm a man, I'ma die about it. Feel the pain, but I'm not gonna cry about it. Tell the truth, cause ain't no reason to lie about it. Invisible fingers playing chords.
Way to introduce the album. You know, this is my initial reaction. I may miss a few bars. I may miss some highlights of this album, but you know, so far what I heard was a great way to introduce an album. My expectation is already met. He gave people a round of applause. He was saluting the people that he put on. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about what he has done this previous year. And salute to Premier, because that beat, something that a lot of people don't appreciate about Nas is his beat selection. But something that came to my mind when I thought about a Premier and Nas album is that Premier was going to do just enough so we could hear the vocals clear. It's all about clarity. Sometimes you don't need all that instrumentation. But My Life is Real. I like that track. That was a banger. Off top. I appreciated that one. Let's get into track 2, though. Get ready.
Ready. Preem, give me that turnaround. Yeah, that's it. Jeez, this? The king out of Queensbridge. At ease us with your lyrical thesis. Me just chillin', buildings, high ceilings. Billions of my vision. Please, I'm from the P's. VVS on freeze, VSOPs freeze. Esco, Pablo, silked out in Cabo. The prettiest, high tech like NVIDIA. Just that smart, I know a little about a lot. When you come from less, you learn particular plots. From whipping them pots, checking in on parlays and parfaits. How my days start. We on player shit. Dinner's cup, we leaving big tips. I taught some of y'all how to eat, but I won't trip. Taught some of y'all how to dress, but some of y'all still a mess. Serial investor, serial killer threat. Turn ether to Ethereum, y'all wanna bet? I got a crypto key, it come with a password. Then I flip that key to digital cash word. But then I get bored of that, it's too small, I'm off of that. Cigars in the roof now, Midtown where the office at. Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Pay that nigga his chips.
Yeah. I lay criminal lines down over more bass.
The boom, the bip, the boom, bip.
Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Pay that nigga his chips.
Yeah. I lay down digital lines over more bass. Think it's a shame these kids ain't see no Freakniks. DC Howard homecomings and wild weekends. Youngsters said when I'm grown I'm coming. Then got grown, start clubbing and doing drugs. We wasn't. When I was young I only wanted Moet. I only saw the next 10 minutes. ADHD I guess. Things unchanged. Now I wanna add an extra zero. Be the hood hero. Turbo Maybach V12 go 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. We move no less than 4 weapons. This ain't no contract killers. This ain't the drug trade. No chainsaws, cocaine wars, no blood stains. I'm from the block with a chain. This a new blockchain. But my portfolio is many things. From quantum computing to biotech, cause it's life improving. Degradable plastic trash removing. And when the market is down, it's like a hustle when no coke is around. Your palm itch when opportunity's found. It's Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Pay that nigga his chips.
Yeah. I lay criminal lines down over more bass.
The boom, the bip, the boom, bip.
Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface.
Pay that nigga his chips.
Yeah. I lay down digital lines over more bass. Yo,
Hold up. Before we get into New York State of Mind Part 3, because that's the next track, Mr. Cryptocurrency Scarface. It seemed like he's speaking the modern terminology and the financial conversation, but he's doing it over, I don't even know what to call Premier beats. Like, I'm starting to understand the genius in DJ Premier now, because anybody can't just get on a Premier beat. Like, Nas is helping me understand the genius, because I was kind of, I understand what he done with Gangstar. I understand what he's doing as of recently. It ain't like Premier Rusty, because he doing a lot of collab albums this year. I'm understanding, like, a person that can really rap. This is really, those Hit Boy albums, they was hard. No, I'm not taking away from nothing from Magic 1, 2, 3, King Disease 1, 2, and 3. But people ridicule Nas for not knowing how to pick beats. But it's a skill set to being able to actually rap and hear the rap and leaving room for the rapper to be able to rap. Because a lot of people just put a lot of instrumentation on a beat, then it won't leave no room for the rapper to actually get his bars off. It's a science to this that I'm starting to have an understanding for. Let's get into New York State of Mind Part 3. I'm excited.
Play me that Billy Joel joint.
Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. And I'll take it away now on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind.
Still toe, construct, walk, Nike shorts. At night at court, stress and cut your life short. I'm from egg rolls and duck sauce, where the feds rolled on duck short. City Island and say less. Plenty talented kids, stay blessed, gamble and make bets. Throw on some DMX's words, they live in all of us. Some get deported, some die young, but it's all a rush. On part 2, I left you with 2 of my friends, and now our goals is that our sons don't end in juvenile pens. Rikers should be closed, MDC the beacon, where ice if you real, or they rob you upon your piecing. If you was locked down for a while, it's a different place now. They building hotels where it once was a devil's playground. Michelin stars cool, but the streets is cooking that beef stew, that chopped cheese too. Screwface how we smile. They want us gone, but that's fine, cause we really outside for now and all time. That New York state of mind.
Some folks like to get away.
Part 3, 3 times for NYC.
Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood.
What a city.
Without taking a Greyhound
Knicks,
on the Hudson River
Mets,
line.
Yanks, Jets, Nets, Giants,
I'm in a New York
Islanders,
state of
Rangers,
mind.
the world. And we got fit, jumping up, hitting pull-ups and dips on scaffoldings. Potholes still be hard on our whips. Never ending nightlife, supermodels events, some art galleries. I can name some clubs that no longer exist. The Limelight, the Tunnel, and the Palladium. All night we stayed in them fly, wave in the sky. If you was made it and why, they wouldn't trade it to the day that you die. The most hated, and I think we know why. Now, rappers we know as legends, drifting, float to heaven. Some are living and present. They I miss 87. And Queens was a teen, then a kid with a chain, holding a pen and wrote pain. We'll never see this again. So I let ring replace the peepholes. I'm suited in boutique clothes. We're just inclined to defeat foes. The 5 boroughs where real life is defined. Y'all know the time when I'm in the New York state of mind. Opposition teams walk in the garden, mockingly rocking Timbs and the Nas T. They only trolling, and that's fine, cause we outside for the 3rd time. That New York state of mind. Wipe your feet when you step in my house, though.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Let them know. Yeah.
York state of mind. 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 York state of mind.
Did he implement the original New York State of Mind at the end of the track? I heard that instrumentation. You know, that was dog. That was sinister. That give me New Year's Eve performance vibes. Nas got to perform that at New Year's Eve. That's just what I hear. It sounds like some New Year's Eve Times Square celebratory type music. When I think of New York, I think of New York at night. You know, the streets never sleep. People getting the slices or getting the sandwiches. What they call them sandwiches? Forgot them sandwiches that done went viral. The chopped cheese and all of that. Up at 4 or 5 in the morning like it's 2 p.m. That's what I think of when I think of New York. That's that sound. And, you know, I just started talking about Primo with the simplistic beats to give the rapper room to rap. That needed something to me. Just something extra. It needed something to me. But I like the ball where Nas said Michelin star, but the streets is cooking beef stew. You know, it's going to take me some time. This is going to be one of them albums I feel like the reaction is going to be about the feeling. But to digest the bars, it's going to take me some time. I'm just being honest with y'all. Let's get into track 4. Welcome to the underground.
We got to deep to the underground.
Take every breath out of my body if I don't stay real. For life, yeah. Turn it up, turn it up, yeah. Welcome to the underground. That basement life, way underneath the earth. Dig up dirt, termites and baby mice. Scattering below the surface. We deep in the soil with jackhammering to the core of it all. Avoiding the laws outside the corner stores with the raw. Take me back again before ice around me. On stage performing while they fighting around me. Later somebody gun pop. The good old days, we from the streets. Making plays, either you grind or you incomplete. Open the year 86 Lafitte. For the time that the team was confined to 4 walls is important. Live it if you're talking. Children get the short end of the stick. Let's make better choices. And everything costs. There's a price just to breathe. Everything gets taxed. Nothing in life's free. So ain't nobody stealing my peace. I'm still a beast. If I gotta put a piece in somebody grill and release. Figure the speech. Picture me a civilian packing heat. Back in the days, waves, immature, naivete. By the tender age of 12, around some men who made it through situations that was inhumane. Eating 12-course dinners, look how the menu changed. But the men ain't changed, yeah. Welcome to the underground.
Coming straight from the underground. Coming straight from the underground.
A 24-karat go-to-war addict, manic, way beyond boss status. I need a room with the walls padded about mine. Cops used to pat us down. Old straps we got passed down from old legends. Let us hold their weapons. They saw in us the coldness that was in their essence. Hear the street confessions. If you kill a legend, now you a legend. The one who take out a legend, he next to be a legend. Allegedly, yeah, enamored, feel it. I channel through the annals of the life of Ali, my spirit animal. Fearless ice grill, your camera crew. Epitomize, personify, an open letter to multiple golden eras that ended. I go forever. Official tissue, life changer, masterpiece theater. Fuck your candy ass Grammy grabs. I open fire like panthers behind sandbags. With my comrades, onslaught. Turn you corny niggas to cornstarch. I lead and you just go with it. The one who clashed with the whole system since I entered the scene. I just roll different. Now they code switching, they soul missing. A Catholic priest appears in your mirror. Y'all awaited Prima Nas like it's detox. Forget the drum machine when Prim could just do the beatbox. I bang on the top of a table, lit his house key knock. And I can freestyle, they can't see Nas. Welcome to the underground.
Coming straight from the underground. Coming straight from the underground.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know what the people gonna say before they say it. That was a loop. You know, that beat was trash. He didn't do nothing but loop a sample and put the scratching on top of it. It's true. It's true. But I like the loop. Don't let me get the cap of saying I don't like the loop. I like the loop. The underground. Let's talk about this for a minute because Nas is a owner of his label. He just put people in position, dropped 7 albums. Slick, Rick, Raekwon, Ghostface, y'all know the rest. Big L, De La Soul, you know. It's a freedom to that. He's free to do whatever he wants to do and to genuinely be himself and to not care about numbers, first week sales, next week sales. I'm giving you me. This is something that, you know, I'm reacting to it initially, but it's going to take time to really appreciate it because this is him being himself. I'm inspired. You know, I got a studio session myself, but this ain't about me. On my birthday, the 22nd, to celebrate life, I'm inspired. You know, a lot of people, they conform because of what the record label tell them to do. They conform to try to appease certain individuals. They don't genuinely just be themselves. This is Nas genuinely being himself. He's in full form. This is also the song that DJ Premier promoted a couple of days ago on his Instagram, and it was on Twitter and all of that, and people was reacting to it. And I seen what y'all was saying about it, though. But the bar that really caught my attention, I just wrote it down because this is my initial reaction. It costs to breathe. Everything taxed, nothing is free. That's a fact. And people need to know that it costs to breathe. You know, just to get some high quality air, it might cost you a fee. I like the record, but I know what people gonna say. Again, that was a loop. Get to the next track. Madman.
How do you feel about the music business now in general right now in comparison to before and when you first started?
Well, there's much more respect. They respect it. It's an art form now.
What were the feelings back then when you first started?
Nigga music.
I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas.
Murderous material made by Madman.
I don't give a goddamn. It's Nas. I do this for thinkers. Salute to Sasha Jenkins. And door knocker, fly ladies, Gucci link gangsters. And rappers that use one producer. You know that Metro boom in the future, we still don't trust you. Didn't start it, but I boosted it. Figured I'd bring it back since multiple hit makers on one album, I introduced it. In fact, everything in my head made bread. I made hip-hop and symphony shows start to spread. But still nothing is sweet, you can tell by just bumping this beat. Still nasty since 91, nothing competes. Before Snoop, before Wu, before Big, there was this young kid with small dreads from the bridge. It's Nas, Preem, how many times I gotta tell him?
I don't give a goddamn.
It's Nas, Preem, how many times we gotta tell him?
Murderous material made by Madman.
It be tradition, hate, they wishing on me. They try to switch the story, so they don't look like a bitch in the story. It's my life, not a third-party witnessing story. Somebody heard something different, distorted version of the truth. It's murder in the booth. Word to Lorenzo, the Ben swerve. Got ink on the sheets, the wings from an angel swings. What's beef? Rest in peace, stack of chicks, queens. Flyest ever, Russia diamonds in Italian sweaters. Indian gold with the highest of betters. The winner's circle, I remember the win was respected. And we champion for those who had came and collected. For my G's with that money cologne, bring honeys home. I made smashes with Poke and Tone. They used to harass me, when you gon' get up with Primo and Zone. Almost 30 years, people won't leave us alone, and I'm grateful. Middle fingers up to the hateful.
I don't give a goddamn.
It's Nas, Preem, how many times we gotta tell him?
Murderous material made by Madman.
Follow the leader like E and R, let's get him.
I don't give a goddamn.
It's Nas, Preem, how many times we gotta tell him?
Murderous material made by Madman.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all about something. I'm from Tennessee. I'm from the South. I'm from the home of soul. The home of, the blues, those soul samples, the instrumentation, the guitars and all of that, the saxophones. If Nas wasn't rapping on these beats, I wouldn't listen to it. I promise you I wouldn't listen to it. But I got a question I want to pose to y'all. Would y'all listen to it? First of all, if it wasn't Nas spitting his bars on these beats, would y'all listen to it? Is this a beat that you would go to the studio and be excited to pick? Real talk. And another thing I was thinking about while I was listening to this is they trying to bring boom bap back, because I think that's a thing of the past. I think boom bap is over. That was a time when I was listening to New York music and I didn't like it. I understood what was being said because I'm from the street myself and I can relate to the street terminology, but Nas is an elevated individual who has had a lot of life experiences. And his bars can go over your head. It ain't about being street or New York or none of that no more, or hip hop. He is an elevated individual that goes in a whole totally different direction and in a lot of directions. So it can boom bap come back. And if you from New York City, because this sound like the subways, this sound like the traffic, it smell like New York and I can't even smell it. But at the end of the day, can you hate on this and you from New York? Because I feel like this is y'all original initial sound. Let's get into the next track. Pause tape.
The first time I made a beat, I had a cassette player in my grandma's crib. I didn't have all, the extravagant equipment. This is back in the late 80s. And I used to listen to music on the radio that I liked, particularly old school, like 70s. And I would record it. And then after I recorded a certain part that I liked, I would record, loop, until it just became one beat. And, that was the beginning of me making beats. Record, loop, record, loop, record, loop, record, loop, record, loop, record, loop.
It's a drive-in movie, no roofs on a bunch of Benzes. Let's try to reimagine the passion when I got in this. A Panasonic with the tape recorder, trying to level the treble and bass in order. The station sound distorted. I moved the dial to improve the sound. Years later, got a Sony stereo system, no comparison with the boombox. My living room knocks. My nigga Mayo next door, he banging on the wall, told us to stop. Take me back. Drugs and money, we cruddy, lung smoky, fiends in the hallway bummy. Just finished the OE, music saving our lives. Just listening, getting fried to underrated MCs. Spraying something to hide the aroma. Still in my mom's crib, was young and lazy. Quit school cause I needed fly shit, the fiends will page me. Not trying to be locked on a big queen's crazy. Guess jeans and polo jacket, just in the crib causing all this racket. Always knew I was the verbal assassin, submerged in a very dirty world but only was half in. That's when I had an epiphany, came with last on the symphony. If I could set a posse cut off, that'd be my entry. Picking up the stereos, remote control quickly. Ron G's in the cassette deck, rocking the shit G, a surprise. I open up, bombshell in my mind tells me I could hook a beat up for myself to rhyme. My mom's hall closet and boxes, all kind of shit. Johnny Taylor records and some good Grover Washingtons I'm locking in. Grab a piece of vinyl, drop the needle at the top. Listen for a beat to rock. 90-minute tape, I got enough time. Play it one time, 4 bars. Press record, then press pause, then restart. Record, loop, repeat. Do that by 20 times, yo, I made my first beat. Pause tapes.
Pause tapes. Rewind it. Record, loop. Record, loop. Record, loop, 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 loop.
You know, that was a masterclass for people who are too young to have experienced that. If you ain't had no boombox, you don't even know what's going on listening to that record. Real talk. I remember those days, but it took more than one boombox. It took 2. Let's get to the next record, man. Writers. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Writing my name in graffiti. Yes, indeed, I wrote graffiti. Writing my name in graffiti. Yes, indeed, I wrote graffiti.
I'm hard to read like graffiti. Here's my galactic and citizenship card. Interplanetary mission, I've been discharged to hit y'all. No ancillary staff will assist me. I'm about to show you what that writer's list be. See, I'm a writer in rap form, but these are writers that bomb trains and subway platforms. Courageous, brave and street creators. They synonymous with DJs, rappers, and breakers. Arms folded, jail poses, ill portraits. Foster kids mixed in with the ill fortune. Fat laces, back in the day, shit calligraphers. Tagging their names, putting their signatures in places. Courtyards, sports bars, landmarks, 10 clocks, jams in the park, they doing art. Big bubble letters all over the city. I see it up in high places, wonder how they did it. Admit it, I always wish that I could do the same. But now the mic is a marker, I'm tagging up names. Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk.
Writing my name in graffiti. Yes, indeed, I wrote graffiti.
Sometimes at night I would walk with a pen, with a marker, or even some chalk.
Yes, indeed, I wrote graffiti.
I'm hard to read like graffiti. Henry Chiffant made Star Wars. A young K Slay tag was Dez. Go check it out, y'all. Zephyr got a Z sprayed on his back. Sleep by the train track in Wild Style. Straight outlaws. Zorro was Lee Quinonez. Shout the Saint, Blade, Ink, Scene, Cave, Crass, and Topaz. Shouting out Taki 183. Cornbread straight out of Philly. Phase 2 out of NYC. The mic is a marker, I'm tagging more names. Quick and Fuzz, a cool sphere out of Queens. Case 2, easy, Cap Ghost Germs. If you in the art, you should be concerned. These are some of the kings of the graphs. And there's some iconic queens I should add. Charming, Claw Lady Pink goes back. And Mad C, Germany's on the map.
I like that record. I gotta stop it right there because Writers, that's the title of that song. I feel like, Nas is doing this on purpose because he heard people talk about his production and he don't know how to pick beats and stuff though. But the people that appreciate this is going to really appreciate this. But what I want to say is that he was talking about graffiti. He was speaking about hip hop, the elements of the culture, DJing, graffiti, break dancing, writing the records, MCing, you can't call yourself hip hop if you ain't participating in the elements. So I feel like that was a dope song. That was a history lesson for people who may not know what the elements is, because a lot of the young folks might not gravitate to this because this is not, they ain't creating hip hop anyway. So why should I even care about what they own? That was a dope record. Real talk. That was a real dope record. What's the next track called? Sons, Young Kings. That title is interesting because I know my brother's catalog. Young Kings, Sons. Let's go.
Yeah. Young Kings. It all starts. Humble beginnings. Young Kings. Young Kings. Yeah. Head on a swivel, loaded lead in a nickel. The devil holding a sickle, wanna sever your tissue. That's forever the issue, then candlelight of the visual. They say jail is both a rehab center and homeless shelter. And life and death is close as a tonic and seltzer. Never fold under pressure, give you my manifesto. Every man is a vessel, my son is my reflection. He from the highest heaven, I try not to possess him. Allow him to be tested. One day the words may come out the mouth of a reverend. By the power vested in me, loud at his wedding. Get flowers while you can smell them, I try to tell him. All the diamonds and foreigns, all the finest of garments. It's really how it ends and not how it started. Filthy rich, scuba diving in your wealthy pockets. Louis Prada, but health is my most valuable stock tip. Y'all about to run things to my young kings. To my brothers with sons, let them run. To my brothers with sons, so fun. I pray y'all both share the most powerful bond. A little different from him and his mom. To my sisters with boys, the joy. To my sisters with boys, enjoy. Tell him stand tall, know he should go for it all.
He's the glorious king.
Plenty stuff I used to see I often thought was an image of us. Getting off the city bus, all the memories rush. I used to look up at the crosses sign. A child would have grown up holding his arm while I was walking with my mom. I pointed at it, automatic. I saw it as a little boy who was the baddest. Like don't let him run in traffic. I really thought the crosses sign was me and my mom. Like who thought we was that important for a street sign? One year she told me that sign was for everybody. I'm like, we ain't everybody now, we special, mommy. Playing with toys, yo, she got us Atari. Those is Miss Ann's boys, Nasir and Jabari. Our youth was constantly fighting institutional racism in school. We questioned the bias, two little future lions. Holly Selassie's in training. Y chromosome, and no time they grown. Firstborn be like the mom, secondborn is usually like dad. Then you add the other siblings. Hold each other down cause love brings the world at your feet, my young kings. To my brothers with sons, let them run. To my brothers with sons, so fun. I pray y'all both share the most powerful bond. A little different from him and his mom.
That was my favorite track so far because we living in times where males need encouragement. Young boys need life spoken into them. The piano was crazy. That was grown man music. And also, if you didn't know, that was a flip of Daughters. The song that he did on, I think it was Life is Good album. The one where he got the wedding dress draped over him. Daughters. That was a flawless record also. Did DJ Premier produce Daughters also? I got to do my research and see though. But that was a dope, super dope track because males need to be highlighted right now, man. Real talk. So this one got a feature on it. The Steve Miller Band. I'm looking forward to it. I'm waiting on the one with AZ though. Where AZ at, man? I don't see the AZ feature no more. Let's get into the record though. It's time. Oh, there go the AZ feature. It's coming up. It's time featuring the Steve Miller Band. Let's go.
Black is time. Hey yo, Black, it's time. Yeah. Time traveling. Hey yo, Black, it's time. Yeah. Hey yo, time flows through me. How many rhyme flows and lines can I recite with my eyes closed? Yo, let's shoot this movie smoothly. Listen to me. Let's take it to the past, long before the new me. I seen it when it first got tricky, dipping through the city, whipping new cars to the herb spots for the sticky. I was the one by the tree in the GS3 with Biggie. Next thing you know, where the time go is gone quickly. Spin down the street back where I used to be. Stomping grounds, just touchdown to QB. It's known for violence and money. Saw a brother fresh, homie, just walked down 20. I stepped out, I stretched out, I took a breath in, let a breath out. I don't flex, don't want clout, but what I do wanna see is my brothers are winning. And all my people out there, cherish the time you give it.
I think you know what time it is.
The illest shit that ever happened.
I think you know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Time traveling.
The illest shit that ever happened.
I use every second as a weapon. Every minute keeps on slipping. Time is a construct of your limits. The big bang to now. Evolution to how little time mankind has really been around. A grown over 50 perspective. Is there an age limit to disc records, or may it just be a message? Kids are doing drive-bys. I'm looking like time flies, squeezing hammers, even when there's cameras up in the sky. Sparked alive with the double R I drive. Pretty thugs show no love. It's like when doves cry. Maybe I'm just too much of a smuggler, minded hustler, timeless. Couple hundred cover the knuckles with diamonds. Smell it on us from the blocks. They was telling on us. Wore a vest in the summer sweating. They try getting on us. Prayers, cause gangsters go to heaven and life's weighing on us. Premier, play the chorus. Yeah.
You know, I want to talk while the rest of that record play, and then we can get into the next record. I think it's called Nasty, Esco, Nasir. Nas was rapping his ass off on that, but that actually wasn't for me. That was a little bit too, I know about time and appreciating time, and listening to that, the writing was great on that. The presentation from Nas was great, but the simplistic from the beat and the and all of that, that wasn't for me. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the first one that wasn't for me. Let's get into this next track though before the AZ feature come on.
Let's go. Nasir, just designing this rhyme is a fight against time. Every minute they wait to hear a true titan's a crime. There's two types of villains that live in my mind. I'll define it as one killing with rhyme, the other dealing, supplying garments of all kind. No more designer to wear, style more modest these years. Honorable to compare the guards, Esco, Nasty Nas from Nasir. Since the sandbox came out of it, part of my ominous content, y'all should be scared. Birth certificate says Nasir, origin not clear, but what a great name to bear. My name is not as common as Muhammad or as popular or as praiseworthy, so I adopted a moniker. I'm Nasty Nas, I was destined to be here in Grandmaster Cass's atmosphere to breathe Kumo D's air. It's Esco here, I like that hip-hop stuff, but come here, I whisper in your ear, I don't give a fuck. It sounds like it bothers you that I'm just that guy, just that fly. Nah, but I know that you hate me for rapping the tracks that sound like...
I've done a reaction to every Nas project since the first Magic, since 2020. And this is the first one that's without Hit Boy. And the people was right about the production and DJ Premier's producing style. For an album in totality, it's not for me. It's not for me. I've listened to all 23 of Nas's albums. And this one, it's no versatility to the production. It's the same boom bap with the scratching. It's not for me. Now, in my lifetime, AZ and Nas has never missed. Every song they ever collaborated on been fire. AZ is the only feature on this album. The only way that I probably could be disgusted is based upon the production. Don't let me down, Premier. Let's get into this next record featuring AZ.
So
sound crazy right here.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
Sound like we opening new spots in Vegas.
It's been a minute, Esco.
Oh, indeed. Every time the right time.
Yeah, ladies, y'all invited.
Always, always. Ladies.
Let's get money now. Let's get money on
How much we talking?
Trying to diversify the portfolio.
What else, God?
Everything else.
Well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
My story, your story.
Weed high war stories.
Kid fly raw stories.
I could cry more stories.
Fuck a orgy, touch her face, 2 mouths kissing on me. Fuck off me, can't fuck them all, that's too costly.
Saucy, suck her softly, awkwardly, finger fucking her cautiously. Talk to me, that's that joy brought thoughtfully.
The mature me, there's more to the story, glory.
Surely, switch sides for the lift ride, the fish fry.
It's them guys with their money up, diamonds jumping like Bobby with a Gumby cut. Choosing wisely high as the movie Friday, 100 blunts.
Pre-roll, never we fold, fuck it he hold, but me though, had the piss Ozies out for my P.O.
We herbalists, raised by gangsters on streets that's murderous.
Work too much,
taking vacations more, it worked for us.
Thanks to us, it's more fly living and less angel dust, tangled up.
Up in the mountains, don't let them hang you up.
My story, your story.
Weed high war stories.
Get fly raw stories.
Who could cry more stories?
Glasses tilt pour for me, brownstone 4 stories. Eyes on all glory, we outgrown them warm Mauries.
With the mic cord, I could talk to GDs and Vice Lords. Folk Nation Mexican gangs that's doing life for it.
Crisscross crash out, kidded cars cashed out. Cul-de-sac glass house, solar facts axe bout.
12 jewels, show and prove, earth revolve around the sun. To know whom and what you are, food shelter bound to come.
Love, peace and happiness, this is what we rapping with. Still we ain't having it, relaxed around the savages.
Exactly what our fabric is, others are embarrassing. Arm and hammer balancing, sneaker box what the cash was in.
Battleland, back then bricks built from a half a gram, ashy hands.
No gloves cooking up, had a master plan. My story, your story.
Weed high war stories.
Kid fly raw stories.
I could cry more stories. My story, your story.
Weed high war stories.
Get fly raw stories.
Who could cry more stories?
360, it's crazy right here. This was needed.
We needed this right here. Yeah.
Another joint.
Yeah.
Tied one. We tied the knot on this one.
Yes, sir.
QB, what's going on? Brooklyn.
BK.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Serious right here.
Bronx.
Y'all wanted this. This is what y'all wanted.
Staten Island.
What else y'all want?
Long Island. Yeah.
Esco.
What up, Sos?
Time is perfect.
It is, man.
What's this, your 20th joint?
This is like, yeah, I can't even count no more.
Serious right
here,
man.
You know what I mean,
feel
bro?
Good. This feel good, man.
This feel like Delancey Street. It feel like Albee Square Mall. It feel like...
Yo, it's 2030 right now. We from the club, kid.
Yeah, boy.
Primo.
Pring.
Shit, another classic, man. Bring it to a closure.
Let me turn that shit off, man, before I have to run it back. Real talk. Good God. That's the hardest song on the album. Hate to tell you, it's the hardest song on the album. Primo, the production, that was flawless. I enjoyed that production. I be hard on Primo when it comes to the production. But I thoroughly enjoyed that. That gave me the vibe of nighttime, riding in something pretty, stunting through the city. That's just my perspective of it. The back and forth, I wasn't expecting that. I feel like this is a rollout. The next project from Nas gotta be a collaboration with AZ. AZ, if he's not the most underappreciated artist in hip hop, he's the most slept on artist in hip hop nationally. I know y'all know what he is in New York City and Jersey and up there in the East Coast area, Philly and all of that. But the whole world don't appreciate AZ like how he should be appreciated. That boy can rap his ass off. And to see him and Nas going back and forth, if you're new to my channel, you know I don't react to a person's whole album. Purposely. Because I don't want to give the whole album. I want to leave the viewer with something to go research and listen to, because I'm going to skip some records. But I want to get into this third childhood because it's important to me, because I know what came before that. The second childhood on Stillmatic. I think that's off the Stillmatic album. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but second childhood, I think that's off the Stillmatic album. But let's get into this record, man, and we're going to get up off of this thing. I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk.
Who else could it be? NAS, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right.
Is it time to take off the Scully, the Timbs, and the fitted caps? Time to let go the weed, can't let the jeans sag. Ozzy Osbourne still got his fingernails black. Rock and rollers still rebels, any age that they at. But with rappers a time limit, never. I'm living proof. I'm the truth till if I live till 102. When I was young I knew nothing, but then here comes a new lesson. From an older gentleman dressing Dior, he flexing. He said it's not how old you are, it's how you feel. Look here, I'm in my Air Max 87 still. Rasta still smoking, secluded out in the bush. Pimps still wearing their derbies, people still dipping snuff. That's how we stay true, ways we learned in the days of our youth. Seen a man like 82, he rocked his hat age deuce. I'm going out hood, different from being a third childhood. Switch it up a little, but still, I'm going out hood.
When I flow for the street, who else could it be? NAS, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right. Get yours, nigga. When I flow for the street, who else could it be? NAS, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right.
Hear me out now, back in the days it sure was a time. Hear me out if I've been your age and you haven't been mine. As we get older, at time great turns into mediocre, good turns into so-so. Bad just means that it could be better. I wrote a letter to the judge for Prince, a sharp-minded man who thought his way about the pens. Corporations are not the genius that created gangsta rap. Never give them credit for that, we made it that. I assisted Hip-Hop 50 to that whirly stage and brought Kool Herc on stage. I made sure the Hip-Hop Museum got paid. Matter of fact, anything my name is involved with, positivity revolves in it. Serendipitous, always move with confidence. You may not see me sweat, but trust, yo, I work hard for this. Grew up around heroin addicts before that crack shit. Crack was light compared to what the smack did. Y'all played with marbles, we played with dope fiend needles we found. Injected worms when the rain brought them up from the ground. It's nothing changing, some of my men, we go back like daylight savings. My third childhood, that third course, that's the main dish. Hope we get dessert, that's the cherry on top. Peaceful Sundays, but we still carry the Glocks registered. If you made it this far, then it's all good. It makes me proud, I love that we going out hood.
When I flow for the street, who else could it be? NAS, resurrect through the birth of my seed. Queensbridge, make everything right. Get yours, nigga. When I flow for the street, who else could it be?
Round of applause, a hell of a track. You know, he said that anything that my name is involved with is positive. That is true, man. We ain't never heard people complaining about Nas not paying them. We seen he received the casino. We seen him link up with Marvel and, do the hip hop comic books that's coming out, soon to be coming out. He highlighting De La Soul, who has just lost their brother and just got out of the bad deal with Tommy Boy Records and all of that. He brought back out Mobb Deep, even though Prodigy is gone, and let their legacy live on. What a hell of a year for Nostradamus, man. One more time. One boy that stuck out to me in that verse and in that song, he said that I'm living proof that there's no age in rap. We got to stop, you know what I'm talking about, having ageism in our culture, because as long as you're capable and it's something that you enjoy, you should continue to do it. Hip hop, is a beautiful thing. This production may not have been for me, but, my expectation was so high that I'm not let down. I know that I'm recording this on a video right now, so I want to be more excited about it. But music is something that sometimes the best albums take time for you to be able to resonate with what was being said, because I know I missed some lyrics. I know I missed some riffs and some instrumentation that I couldn't initially gravitate to. You can't hear it all on your first listen, man. This is my initial reaction to it. I feel like it was a great album. I'm going to continue to listen to it all week. If y'all appreciate my content, man, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to drop Monday, before I go on vacation from the pod or whatever. Monday, I'm going to drop the top 10 albums from 2025, on the channel. And thank y'all again for checking out my channel. I appreciate y'all. Peace, love, plenty, abundance. Make sure you go get you some money, and I'm gone. Chill.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.